We introduced you to San Francisco's new fat positivity czar earlier this week. Her name is Virgie Tovar, and she has some interesting ideas on health.
That, you know, no one has to be healthy. No, right? Like, I mean, it's like, no, like there is no governing body that's like out there putting, you know what I mean? It's like no one owes anybody that.
Well, absolutely. Why do you owe anyone anything? It's her body, her life. Come on. And what's the point of San Francisco's Department of Public Health, where she's now a consultant, if not to keep people healthy? But this is par for the course for Tovar. For nearly the last decade, she's been a crusade to protect unhealthy behavior. She founded a camp called Camp Thunder Thighs, and she wrote a book in 2018 titled You Have the Right to Remain Fat. And she even started an online movement called Lose Hate, Not Weight that focused on eliminating fat phobia.
It never once occurred to me that maybe the problem wasn't me. Maybe there was something not quite right about a culture that hated me so much just because I was bigger than other people. I never thought to blame fat phobia, the bigotry ideology that positions fat people as inferior. I only ever blamed myself.
And just last month, Tovar was featured in a New York Times documentary series on Hulu called The Weight of the World, where she praised the impact of social media on combating fat phobia.
One of the most powerful things that social media did was to basically create a reality in which larger-bodied people could be the authors of their own story for the first time in history. It was a cognitive dissonance because I've been told there's no path to dignity, no path to love, no path to beauty if I don't starve myself.
Joining me now is health and fitness expert Jillian Michaels. Jillian, now, first of all, it's great to see you, Jillian, but Virgie calls what she does fat activism. Is that really what this is about?
No, this is a thinly veiled psyop that is disguised as social justice. It's done by the big food companies, and she actually mentions social media and how social media liberated her with these messages of healthy at any size. And what happened were big food companies paid registered dietitians and health influencers to put out these messages on social media to exploit individuals just like her.
Wow. Well, so they must not like Ozempic or any of that other stuff. That must be really bad for them. But Jillian, here's what Tovar has to say about people who ask for smaller pieces of cake. Watch.
A cake-related fat-phobic incident, or CRFI, is that moment when it's time to eat delicious cake and it's interrupted by a moralizing impulse. CRFIs have a history of creating a hierarchy among women and ultimately in maintaining misogynist expectations.
Misogyny now, Jillian. They bring misogyny into this, really.
I'm going to speak candidly. When an individual is morbidly obese, there is often something going on psychologically, and this woman is projecting, I'm hated, I'll never find love, I'm not beautiful, and she's rejecting the rejectors with this message. This is her own personal psychology, and that's okay. And people who are overweight do deserve to have love and live dignified lives. But what's happening here is her own personal issues and vulnerabilities are being exploited by big food to say, hey, look, isn't this great? Don't worry, there's no such thing as junk food. And they use hashtags like derail the shame. It's actually grotesque, not her, but what the food companies are doing to people is disgusting, especially at a time where Americans are sicker and more unhealthy than ever.
Yeah, and they're not. Well, and it's, how is this pro-women? They're like, oh, I'm pro-women. I'm a feminist because I want to walk around celebrating myself for, looking like a slob. And there's nothing pro-woman about this. I mean, we don't care what you want to do what you want to do, but don't tell us it's healthy. Don't tell us it's like, at one point, we don't have to play the soundbite. She compares it to being disabled, Jillian. Imagine true disabilities, people with those being compared to her. Really?
I can't actually wrap my head around it, and it is unbelievably insulting. And what's interesting is when this movement reached its height in popularity, it is unquestionable that you would notice in the stores only the female mannequins were fat, not the men. Only the marketing ads with overweight models were for women, not for men. But when you started to see them actually having obese child mannequins in some of the retailers, that was truly disturbing.
Oh my gosh, I even missed that.
It's very upsetting.
Jillian, now you've told me something that I didn't even know about that. Jillian, come back soon and have a great holidays. Great to see you as always.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.